What if I told you there's only 3 habits to money? And I've done a video on this before, but it's super simple. There's only 3 habits to money. 2 of them keep us broke, and 1 helps us get out of that to where we can actually start to have some money. So the first habit, the point of me keep saying this over and over and over again is I need you to become aware it's just a habit and we can change habits. So the first habit, 1, you spend more than you earn. The second habit you could be in, you spend everything you earn so you break even. There's nothing left. The third habit that I believe everyone needs to get into is you spend less than you earn. I'm not saying it's easy, but I want you to become aware that you're in one of these habits. And the problem with habits is they're habitual. We don't have to, we're not using conscious thought. It's in the program. We're just unconsciously operating. So if you spend more than you earn, it's a habit, and you're just going to continually do that and not get ahead. You're going to be actually worse because you're in a deficit, right? There's a whole host of reasons I'm going to break down easy ways to start to change some of these. If you want to become aware and actually change, I wrote down some really good information to really help you, I believe, that's helped me and a lot of people I know get out of the 2 habits that don't serve us and into the habit that does serve us. Just really quick, the words that we speak and the thoughts that we think and the feelings that we feel are extremely powerful. So you might not be aware, but every time you spend money, you have a thought, a feeling, and you're internally saying something. You're either reaffirming that everything is expensive and this is BS, or you're reaffirming, I'm so thankful that I have money to be able to buy this wonderful experience or this amazing meal or this vehicle or whatever it is, right? And we're doing this over and over and over and over and over again. All we are doing is reinforcing the beliefs. So if our habit is to everything's expensive, you're reinforcing that belief. If you're lucky enough to have a habit where you don't, you're on the other spectrum and you're grateful every time you get to spend money, right? You're reinforcing that belief, which is extremely powerful. And this is on the daily, multiple times a day, times 365. Like, I need you to start understanding the magnitude of how powerful that is, right? So the easiest thing I found, and I know this sounds woo-woo, but I promise you, Catherine Ponders taught me this. Every time you spend money, I need you to close your eyes. She suggests that you close your eyes for 1 to 5 seconds, and you just visualize with a strong feeling whatever amount of money that was that you spent, it coming back to you multiplied, and you're going to make this a habit. This is the most painful way to change your mindset, right? You're drawing yourself out of lack and limitation into wealth and abundance, and you're just doing it really quick every time you spend money, and it doesn't need to be a big deal, just super quick. A lot of people will even make it simpler, and every time they spend money, they just feel grateful that they're able to circulate some money, right? These are super easy, quick ways to really start to change your mindset. So just write these things down, look at them, think about it, find the easiest things that we talk about on here to really start to help you transform your life. So the next one's simple, but it's kind of annoying when you really understand what's really going on, is why do people with money pay themselves first, right? People with money pay themselves first before any other money is allotted, because if they don't, at the end of the month, they'll be like us and there'll be no money left, right? So a super simple thing to do is open an account, name it financial freedom, name it whatever you want, and you just start making a habit to take $5 to $10 every time you get money and put it in that account. And if you can do more, do more. But I know most of us are, right, barely scraping by. So you just start small. You're just changing the habit. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year down the road, it's going to be a habit, and you're going to be able to really start compounding that. It will transform your life, I promise you. Another thing is, and I've talked about this before, but it's super simple. It's not easy, but it's simple, right? If you really want to change your financial, you really need to make 2 lists. And on list 1, you're going to write down how much money you earn in a month. And in list 2, you're going to write down all of your expenditures, all the money that is allotted to someone else, your debtors, whatever you want to call it. Right now, if you're in habit 1 and you spend more than you earn, your money's going to run out somewhere in that month. Wherever your money runs out, you need to draw a line. Now in list 2, you need to do it strategically, right? Things that you have to have are on the list first. Housing, food, transportation, the things that you need to be able to get to work, to be able to earn more money. Those things need to be at the top of the list. They have to get paid. But everything below that list, you're going to take the time and call those people and tell them, I can't pay you for the next 3 to 6 months. I'm sorry if you don't understand, but I'm changing habits. Eventually I'll be able to pay you, but I can't right now. And this is where most people just are unwilling to make the committed decision, right? And actually do that. The people that do, their lives transform. The people that don't, they just stay stuck in the system thinking that someday something's going to happen to where everything will change. But it won't. You're in a habit, it's habitual, and it's non-conscious. Please take the time to really understand what I'm saying. Another hard one is environment. In the beginning, when you're trying to change, and we're all in an environment, right? Family, friends, co-workers, etc., whatever. And as we're trying to change, we're going to want to talk to someone about what we're doing. Only 3% of people change. Some people say 5%. I've done extensive research on this. 3% is about the number, if that. So 97% of people never change. They're not going to understand, or they're not going to want to understand what you're saying or trying to do. You're eventually going to feel very isolated because you're not going to have anyone to talk to. This is why getting a mentor or getting in a chat group or getting around like-minded people is extremely important. If you're serious and really want to change, some of the people that are in your environment are not going to be with you in the next year, 2 or 5. They're not going to want to change, right? Doesn't mean you can't be friends with them, or, if they're your family members, you're going to see them. You might not be able to spend a lot of time around them, right? So I know this one is really difficult in the beginning. I remember, your wife or your husband or your kids or your friends are thinking you're whack job. Like you have to stay focused and determined to make committed decisions, and then seek out valuable information on how to get to where you're trying to go. So again, just a quick recap. There's only 3 habits, right? Find out which one you're in. Be honest with yourself. Ask questions. Once you find out which one you're in, you can make a plan on how to get out of that one. The next is we keep reaffirming our beliefs every time we spend money. So we need to become aware of what are we reaffirming. Is it positive or negative, right? And then really try to adopt the philosophy that wealthy people have, which is paying yourself first. Get that bank account, start small, and just start making this a habit. And then, making the to list, I know is probably the most unfun one, but I think it's the most valuable one, right? You really get to see finally, where does my money run out? How many people are below my money that I've been subsidizing with a credit card, or by missing a month and then paying them the next month? Like, you start to see how you're in the trap that you're in, right? And then making those calls and telling them, I'm sorry. It's going to be 3 months, 6 months. Maybe it's only going to be a month. Maybe I need to cancel this subscription, right? And then your environment. So I'd really, if you're in a bad environment, could you just DM me or leave a question or in the comments? So if you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. If anyone you know is really struggling and they feel like they just can't get ahead, please share this video with them. Please check us out on Skool, Skool. We have a free 30-day self-mastery class. It's wonderful, packed with information. It's free. New Paradigm, 90-day. And then our journal, New Paradigm 90-day challenge. This thing, I promise you, if you get this journal on Amazon, it's $20. I want you to do 4 of them a year. It's super cheap. It's $80. It's cheaper than any other subscription you probably have for a year. and you just start filling this thing out, your life will change tremendously. So thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.